Tokyo, February 11th, 1990. The boxing world was ready to witness what many believed would be nothing more than a formality. Everyone was certain Mike Tyson would once again defend his title with ease, just as he had done so many times before. Tyson entered the ring with a flawless record. 37 wins, not a single defeat. Almost all of his opponents had been knocked out within just a few rounds. His punches were called the most devastating in the world. To the public, Tyson wasn't just a champion. He was an untouchable giant, a living symbol of power that seemed impossible to defeat. But behind that terrifying aura, something had been overlooked. Mike Tyson was not truly prepared. At the height of his fame, he had grown complacent. Training became half-hearted, discipline slipped. He was surrounded by parties, personal troubles, and a circle of friends that pulled him further from focus. Tyson saw the fight against James "Buster" Douglas as nothing more than routine, just another name on the long list of men he would destroy. What he forgot was one crucial truth. In boxing, as in life, arrogance can be far more dangerous than any punch from an opponent. On the other side stood James "Buster" Douglas, a fighter underestimated by everyone. His name rarely made major headlines. In fact, many fans didn't even know who he was before that night. Bookmakers laughed at his chances. Only a handful believed he could last more than a few rounds. But Douglas stepped into the ring, carrying something far more powerful than odds. He came with absolute focus, his heart burning with grief. Just days before the fight, his mother had passed away. The loss shook him deeply, but it didn't weaken him. That night, Douglas brought his mother's spirit into the ring. This fight was no longer about a championship belt, no longer about money. It was a son's final promise to his mother. When the first bell rang, everyone was stunned. Douglas showed no fear at all. He moved calmly, his long jab piercing Tyson's face again and again. Each punch was more than just a weapon. It was a statement, "I will not give up." Round after round, Tyson grew frustrated. Douglas kept his distance, landed with precision, and revealed an unshakable will. He was no longer the underdog everyone dismissed, but a warrior fighting with his entire soul. And when Tyson knocked him down in the 8th round, many thought it was over. But this was the moment that set Douglas apart from all of Tyson's previous opponents. He rose. With heavy breathing, a bruised face, and a battered body, he stood stronger than before, as if pain itself was no longer his enemy, but the fuel driving him forward. And in the 10th round, the world changed forever. The once fearsome Mike Tyson now looked shaken, his eyes swollen, his steps slowing, frustration consuming him. Across the ring, James "Buster" Douglas grew more certain. This was the moment. Douglas unleashed a rapid jab combination, followed by a crushing uppercut, then a perfect left hook. For the first time in his career, Mike Tyson fell. His gloves reached out, desperately trying to grab the ropes. But this time, his body no longer obeyed his will. The referee began the count. 1, 2, 3. Tyson struggled to rise, his eyes vacant. 6, 7, 8, his legs wobbled. 9, 10. The fight was over. The arena in Tokyo fell silent for a moment, unable to believe what they had just witnessed. Then, an eruption of cheers filled the air. The world had just seen one of the greatest upsets in sports history. That day, the world learned a lesson never to be forgotten. No one is truly invincible. Buster Douglas, who entered as the underdog, proved that belief can be stronger than doubt. That pain can transform into fuel. That discipline, focus, and a big heart can overcome arrogance and complacency. This story is not just about boxing. It is a mirror of life. Each of us has our own Tyson, a giant obstacle that seems impossible, a burden too heavy, a dream that feels out of reach. But if we believe in ourselves, stay focused, and rise every time we fall, we too can conquer that giant. The message is clear. Never underestimate yourself. Never let the world define your limits. Because even an underdog, with belief and preparation, can shake the world. Thanks for watching.